Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Dan. Nice junk. Anyways, today's video is going to be transforming a 1996 GMC Tahoe into some cash, or at least ready to sell, and hopefully cash will come soon after that. Bought this for $600 a couple of years ago, and I've done some work. I put some ignition wires and a cap and spark plugs. What else did I do? I put a battery in it, flushed out all the bad fuel. It sat for a long time. I put another set of tires on it, used from the auction. They're not great, but they hold air and they do grippy things. So that's pretty cool. But like I say, we used it for a couple of years, and Mrs. Junk was tooling around in this for a while, and she actually loved it. But we've got so many vehicles right now, it's time to shed some weight. Anyways, and this one drinks the most fuel. And I don't know if you've been to the gas station lately, but that's a scary thought. Anyways, let's take a rundown of this vehicle, show you what we got. Isn't she beautiful? The perfect vehicle if you want to live out your Tony Soprano dreams. What we're going to do is get rid of this bush guard for sure. To me, that just screams, I've been off-roading and I'm wore out. So that's got to go. And it's extra weight. You don't need that. Also, if you see that hood, it might have a clear coat issue. So we'll see what we can do to mitigate that a bit. It's not going to be perfect. I'll guarantee you it's going to be way better than that. There's some on the roof as well. Tops of the doors. This is an issue we got to fix. Problem is that it stays open all the time. So I've got a ratchet strap in there, keeping it from flying open in, 3 lanes of traffic. A little bit of rustness there. And again, we're going to do something to fix that up. The repair won't be the right way, because we're just selling this. But it'll be good for a couple of years, and it'll look way better. First impressions are everything. And of course, we'll disclose that to the new owner. Yeah, she's got a little bit of a tear in the seat. I'm thinking some silver duct tape should work on that. Nobody will notice. But for 400 and I think it's 62,000 kilometers, that's not bad. It's not in bad shape at all. And look at that. Even the roof liner still is all up. Amazing. We'll go around back. Nothing crazy there at all. Just a good little cleaning. Yes, that's a license plate. Nobody cares. It's got the trailer tow package. Again, we've got some rustage happening there. We'll do something about that. A little bit more here. Oh yes, and I gotta show you guys my fancy ratchet strap door closer deal. It was like minus 50 when this door decided to let go. And I thought, hey, let's fix this the way I would do that doesn't take more than 4 minutes. Ooh, squeaky squeakies. But all in all, it's not in bad shape at all. She's got even the fancy floor mats in her, and I don't know, someone's having a nap on the console, I think. And then a little bit more rustiness. But you know what? By the time I'm finished with that, I won't be able to see that from Los Angeles. So I'm going to start off with unlatching the door, and I'm just going to be in your way, so I'll come back to you. What? Well, got the ratchet strap off. What? Well, I'm better than I thought I am. I haven't done a thing and it's fixed. Just got to get this glue off from the duct tape that I used to seal the door off. Is it possible that froze open? That's crazy. Oh well, I do have a new door latch, or actually on the back doors of these things, they're called actuators. I phoned quite a few different places and they don't list a door latch for the backs of these. They actually list actuators. Oh well, hey, I'm glad that's fixed. I'm amazing. Of course, my microphone decided to run out of battery without letting me know. So, what we're doing here is we're removing the bush guard. And as you can tell, those bolts are really rusty. I'm really struggling to get them off. I had to tighten them, loosen them, tighten them, loosen them. They eventually all came off. I also decided to remove the front tow hooks because they're covered in rust, and I figured since we're down there, might as well take them off. We'll give them a shot of rebuild black, and they'll look a lot spiffier. So we had to spray some of the deep creep on there because these bolts were so dry and rusty. And yeah, we left that overnight. After they percolated a little bit from the deep creep, I decided to hook up my engine hoist just so it wouldn't beep bop me in the head when the bolts came out. There I am laying on the ground trying to get the rest of those bolts out. Once unbolting it all, I gave her a nice little tug. She came off, and with the engine hoist, she just came right off. So looking at the Tahoe now, that looks a lot fresher. And I'm thinking that wind deflector thingy needs to go. That just makes it look chunky. But first, we're going to try and get this engine to run smoother. Because there's no sense doing anything to this if we can't get this thing to run properly. If it was a two-door, then oh yeah. This is a four-door. All it has for it is drivability. And if it doesn't drive a righty, then it's a drive no-y. Anyways, I'm sure you all are wondering about why I use my engine hoist for this. Well, this is actually a two-man job, and I just figured might as well use the engine hoist. So here's a tech tip if you have one of these GMT series trucks. This is a trouble light, and there's a switch over here, and you can use that for taking a look around. Once you're done, shut the light off. Wind it up. Like I said earlier, this thing kind of idles rough, and we need to figure that out. Since I've replaced the plug wires, the plugs, and the cap, I'm pretty well sure it's not ignition. There's also a new battery, so there's a lot of power going to the computers. So my only thing is, I'm thinking it's either a vacuum leak or a dirty throttle body fuel injector. Of course, I forgot my code reader, and I'll bring that with me tomorrow. And that would give us a little bit more insight. But there's an easy way to check for vacuum leaks, and that's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to take this brake clean, straight it around. If the engine smooths out, then we know we have a vacuum leak. I am confident to say that there is no vacuum leak. So we should get the code reader here and check for codes. So guys, it's the next day, and we brought our OBD2 reader. And this plugs it is a diagnostic tool. Got this off the Amazon. And I'm just going to plug this in, start the engine, and let it collect some data. It can take upwards to 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm just going to do that offline and come back with the results. Hi, so We're finished checking the codes, and here we've got two codes, a P0507, which is idle control system, RPM higher than expected, and then we also have a P0300 code, which is random multiple cylinder misfire. First, we'll check the P507. And the nice thing about Blue Driver, it tells you all kinds of stuff. So we can see it's a common issue. There is a list of frequently reported fixes. So clean mass airflow sensor, replace idle air control valve, and then there's a link to Amazon that you can actually buy the part. Replace the throttle body, again another link, and also just clean the throttle body. So that's pretty cool. Then we'll check the 300. And this one is very common. And the frequently reported fixes are replace the spark plug, replace the distributor, clean the fuel injectors. Other people have also replaced the oxygen sensor. So we've already replaced spark plugs. We replaced the distributor cap. So I'm thinking it might be a cleaning issue just because of the fuel injector. It's not getting enough fuel. So first of all, we're going to be cleaning the MAF sensor, which is right here on this thingamajig. And all you have to do is unplug this. Might as well unplug that. And then unplug this. Then I will go get a screwdriver to remove the hose clamp that's right behind here. Hope you can see that. Now, other vehicles are going to be differenter than this one, but there's a lot of videos on each and every vehicle. Okay, she wants to be difficult. We'll remove the other one as well then. But anyways, like I was saying, there's lots of vehicles explaining where different, okay, well that was easier that way. I'm just going to remove this, maybe. Wow, it's been on there quite a while. Oh, and just so you know, there's an arrow here which indicates airflow. So you want to, when you put this back on, you want to make sure that's in the right direction. My goodness. Maybe we need to, yeah, I think we need to loosen this up a little bit more. See, if you look inside there, there's these little wires. You don't want to touch those. These ones are coated and stuff. And that screen back there is coated as well. So chances are that is dirty and may help solve the problem. Wow. I don't think this thing has ever been taken off. I would really like to get this off. Wow. They don't really want you taking this off, eh? Got a screwdriver. So truth be told, this probably hasn't been taken off since 1996. And she might just need a little bit of loosening.
Hasn't this guy ever heard about lubrication? That might have helped.
Man, that thing is dirty. And here we go. It's off, just like that. Again, look at that screen. That's fairly dirty. We'll get set up and we'll get cleaning this thing. Just flipped over this old dryer drum as a workstation, and that's what we're going to use to clean the MAF sensor. And see, how I'm going to clean it is with the Sensor Clean Mass Airflow Sensor Cleaner. And you don't need this brand. You can get anyone as long as it says Mass Airflow Sensor Cleaner. And I'll tell you, it's important to use the right thing for the right job. You don't want to be using carb cleaner. You don't want to be using brake clean or Varsol. This thing is very, very sensitive. Comes with a straw, which I'm going to use, and later lose, of course, because I can never seem to hang on to these. So like that. The red straw, very important. Then I'm just going to spray that. I'm going to do the outside as well. Might as well. Now this stuff is going to take a little while to, dry, but not too long. You want to get right in there. Do not touch inside of there. Those little wires will break. Then you're replacing this thing. Now we're just going to let that dry, say 10, 20 minutes. We'll put that back together, and then we will start the throttle body cleaning. So it's dried. I put it all back together. It's just reverse of me taking it apart, so I didn't think you really needed to see all that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're probably going to start it up and just see if it's running any better. But if you take a look at that throttle body, it's fairly dirty. And maybe I should just give that a spray and just to give it a bit of a chance. Then we'll start it up and spray some down the throat. So this time we're going to use throttle body cleaner. Improves the performance. Extremely dangerous. Awesome. So anyways, we're just going to give that a little bit of a clean, like a little shoot around, let it dry for a few minutes, and then we're going to start this rig up and see if this works out for us. And again, like I say, I can't stress the importance enough using the right thing for the right stuff. There's all kinds of sensors and doodads and stuff, and if you spray the wrong stuff on the wrong stuff, wrong stuff's going to happen. So short. So we're going to leave that for a few minutes, and then we're going to start this rig. And I'm probably going to open up the back door so we don't gas ourselves. So we got the door open, and we're about to start this rig. And I guess I should have said at the beginning of the video, disconnect the negative battery post, because that's what you're supposed to say on YouTube. But nobody ever does it. They just say that to keep the keyboard warriors from commenting stupid stuff on your videos. So anyways, disconnect the negative battery cable. We're going to start this thing. Well, something's not running right. It's probably because they don't have that air cleaner hooked up on there and it's acting all strange. I'm going to spray a little bit more down the throat of this thing. And I'm thinking it wants all the hookups for it to run properly. Well, it's running, and I was right. It needed all the accoutrements and attachments and stuff. It still sounds a little rough to me, but let's take a look. So we still have an engine light going on. I'm not surprised. Well, I never did clear the codes yet. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in the blue driver and, oh, look at that. It just went off on its own. I guess we fixed the problem. Sweet. So guys, yeah, knocked myself in the chin. Forgot to record it. All the good stuff doesn't, blah, blah, blahs. And anyways, so my main goal was to get rid of the engine light, and you've seen it. I did not reset the engine codes. It went out on its own. That's a big win. So that costed like $20 in cleaning things, a couple hours of my time. And so think about this. Doing it yourself, you probably saved yourself $300 or $400 there. And so now we can continue on. Because if I couldn't get this thing running right, I was just going to sell it the way it was for like parts. But now it's a running rig that's proper. So that's it for this episode, Nice Junk. If this helped you at all, or you enjoyed it, make sure to like, share it with your buddies if you think someone can get some insight on what they should be doing with their GMT series truck. Or this stuff actually works for anything. It doesn't really, it's just not model specific. It's all basically the same thing. So then next week, what we're going to be doing is doing the body work on this, like just enough to make it look good, to sell. And of course, I'm fully going to disclose that to the new person because I don't like ripping people off. I don't like to be ripped off. I'm not going to rip anybody else off. And that was some nice junk.